What are you up to?
I'm making flapjacks. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of golden syrup going in. I'm making flapjacks. Have I ever made them for you before?
No.
Well, today I am, you lucky boy. And I'm going to make some coconut and apple ones because I found some manky apple in our fruit bowl. I've got to use it up because they're fine, it's just a bit shriveled, but it'll taste lovely. And because people are really struggling to get hold of flour, we're lucky because we've got loads of it. I'm going to use oats. Please, I hope they've still got oats. Because if they haven't, well, use Rice Krispies. But no, don't, because I don't know if that will work. But anyway, I've got some lovely jumbo oats for when we make porridge, but we haven't had porridge for a while, so I'm going to use those. And also some coconut pieces here. This isn't desiccated coconut, this is shreds of coconut. So that and the apple is going in with the oats. So in here I have got about 125 grams of butter, 125 grams of light brown muscovado sugar, and 3 squeezes or tablespoons of golden syrup to make them really gooey and lovely. And then into that I'm going to just grate some of this apple in here. And hope I don't do my fingers at the same time. Yeah, it's great.
While you're doing that, why don't you tell me about what's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Friday.
Is it Friday tomorrow? Is it me? Am I the only one that thinks all the days are merging? Friday tomorrow. Alex and I, Alex Hollywood, the lovely Alex Hollywood, we are going to do an Insta Live at 6:30 PM BST, British Summer Time. And we're going to chat food, and probably more food, life in lockdown, a bit more food, dogs, people, life, over a glass of wine. And it's an Insta Live thing, so everyone else can join apparently. So we can, people can watch and people can join in and ask questions and things like that. So I think it's going to be fun actually. It's going to be really nice to do. Because obviously I'm not out clubbing wildly on Friday night.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, no. Yes, it'll be a good occasion. I'm just being a bit nervous with this because this is a really spiky thing, and normally I'd use that and I would do it without anyone watching me, but I'm not using all the apple. So if anybody says, oh, she's not using all the apple, I'll give some to the birdies afterwards. Birdies like a bit of apple, but I'm just a bit nervous about this very spiky thing and lacerating my hand because I don't really want to go to A&E at the moment. It's not the place I'd like to be. I'm just being a bit careful. I'm not doing all of it.
And
right.
I don't really fancy grated fingernail in my flapjacks.
What's the point? All right, so just stir that in so all the apple gets coated with this lovely buttery syrup. Now that just looks so, do you know, that would be glorious on its own, warm over ice cream, wouldn't it? Just that lovely butterscotch sauce, just a dollop of that on top of some lovely clotted cream ice cream. Really nice. But we're making flapjacks. So 200 grams of the rolled oats and 50 grams of these bits of coconut. Now, if you don't want to use coconut, you haven't got it, you can use just all oats or some nuts. You could replace with some nuts as well. Where am I?
Raisins?
Raisins are nice. I can't see. Where are my glasses?
On your head. See what I have to work with?
Oh dear. Right, add 50 grams of coconut in there and then stir it all in. Make sure it's all combined. Now I always think the secret to flapjacks is to slightly undercook them. Alright, so they're still very gooey. Not very gooey, but reasonably gooey. I like a flapjack that's gooey more than a sort of a hard, crispy one. Just make sure it's all coated as you can see. Get all that syrup from underneath in there. And then we're going to put these into a lined 20 by 20 centimetre tin. Just make sure I've got it all. And lightly press it down. And then I'm going to cook them for about 15-20 minutes at 180. I'm surprised. But I'll have a little look at them because I haven't made these for a while, so I need to sort of kind of almost retest them. So I'm just going to see if it takes a little bit longer. I'll let you know once they're out. So just press it down. Oh, that apple smells lovely because it's kind of overripe. It's probably a little bit fizzy. It's got more flavour. There you go. So they're ready for the oven. These actually had 20 minutes in the end in the oven. So I've taken them out and I'm now going to just mark them across. Just mark them into portions because once they're cooled, they're actually harder to cut from the beginning. So this just gives you a bit of a start. So I'm going to cut into 8 pieces. Like that, and then across like that. And there. And there. And then I'm just going to leave them to cool for a bit, and then I'm going to turn them out onto a rack to cool completely. They smell amazing. You know that I've cooked these for you before. Well, the first ones I would cook for you are the best. That apple, because it was really ripe and a little bit manky, has actually offered so much appley flavour to this, and it works so well with the coconut. I've got this plate Daisy bought. It's Winnie on the front, so it's a perfect plate for them. I'm just going to break a bit off. So I was saying to you about them being a bit gooey and sticky and lovely. They are bang on. So let them cool completely and then cut them and then scoff them enormously.